The India versus England's test match is just going on side by side, but you had a very important development regarding the Asia Cup 2025. Now, the schedule was announced with the dates that were going to happen on September 14th. When you looked at it, it was going to be India versus Pakistan. One of the Super 4 games involving the top two sides was going to be India versus Pakistan, and the final. Abu Dhabi and Dubai. These are the two venues in which all the Asia Cup matches are going to be held. And it is no surprise whatsoever that India versus Pakistan, potentially three games that might happen in the Asia Cup. Everything is happening in the Ring of Fire or Dubai. Because that is the venue that has hosted most of the India versus Pakistan encounters. You look at 2022, you look at 2018, you look at the 2021 T20 World Cup. All India Pakistan games, mostly when you look at it, have happened only in Dubai. So that is why the Dubai International Cricket Stadium is going to host the two games that are there in India versus Pakistan, and if you look at the Super 4 encounter against them as well. However, India do travel to Abu Dhabi also. It's not as if India are playing all their games in Dubai. They are playing one or two games in Abu Dhabi as well. So that is how the schedule that has just been announced by the Asian Cricket Council, that is how it has come about. So the September 14th encounter between India and Pakistan will happen, and it was no surprise when it has been announced now at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Most of India-Pakistan games have happened only at that venue. Now, whether the tournament will continue or whether there will be some kind of action, because remember, we are now in August 2nd, there is still a good 43 days left for the India versus Pakistan encounter. A lot of things will change in that sense. A lot of things will ensure that, okay, maybe the government steps in and ensures that an India versus Pakistan encounter doesn't take place. Or very well, you could see that, okay, maybe the tournament does take place and there'll be tremendous backlash that will come at this point in time. Because in the World Championship of Legends, India flat out refused to play the two matches against Pakistan. But remember, the World Championship of Legends was a private tournament under the auspices of the ECB. So that is why India could take that decision. But this is an Asian Cricket Council event, an ICC event. Remember, in that period from September to October, India play Pakistan potentially 4 times. Even in the women's Asia, when you look at the women's World Cup that's going to be held, India versus Pakistan will happen in Colombo. Now, will India take that step and boycott the game versus Pakistan? Because in the aftermath of what happened in Pahalgam and whatever has happened in Operation Sindoor, how can sporting relations, especially cricketing relations, be tenable? So that is one decision which will be done in the next 43 days. Remember, after this, India don't play any more series. The India versus Bangladesh series is cancelled. India versus Sri Lanka, there was reports that it could happen. It's not happening at this point. So India versus Pakistan, the venue that they're going to play in, Dubai International Cricket Stadium on September 14th. Potentially one Super 4 encounter also at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And if India and Pakistan go into the final will also be played at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, aptly dubbed the Ring of Fire. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.